Carpe here versus Violet. And I think this is intentional. Because now Carpe can't move forward as the engage. So I think because he's low, he has to hide, get a free engage, and it's a 6v5, essentially. And that's why EQO goes low and dies. Do you think the Dragons will break the streak? You mean the streak of Justice, or what? I don't think Dragons will lose versus Justice. Shock? Oh no. I doubt so. I doubt so. Because Shock is just on a different level. They're more efficient. Now this positioning, that's fine. I feel like Dragons are good though. Like Dragons, don't get me wrong, Dragons know how to play goats, but they are not as efficient like Vancouver or Shock. What's up? Bird shot, body shot. And just want to point out here, they go on left and right. Really good. Stopping all engages. There's no openings basically. See, Super going left and right, Sinatra. And Sinatra helps scouting as well, I guess. And you have someone on the high ground, which is probably Violet. Now the engaged use bubble. So Shock uses their own bubbles. Let's see. What's the goal? So Fusion, they just want to push in. Boombox low, so I guess they don't want to shove. And then Poco going high ground. I guess Poco is trying to eat the grab. What is Carpe doing? I think Carpe is trying to zone Choi. Maybe not, actually. That's a really wide angle from him. So grab comes in. There's trance and beat because of Choi's bomb. So Rascal dies. Then Poco bomb outside. Doesn't hit anything.
Still in control, just had to chance for Philly. Just put Trayoman, he zones him back to point, and that's going to be a Rascal still going to be taken down, but now the grab comes in response to the side of the Shock, catching most of the members on the side of the Philly Fusion. Shock still
so let's see.
just trying to hold on to the point as long as they can.
Violet dies after that.
Great play by Poco to engage here, and if you go back and look.
Now what's the difference? Oh, Rascal died during it. Wait, did he die during rally or after? Let me see here. Oh, he got pinned, that's why. He got pinned. That's unfortunate. It happens. Was a good timing with the bomb, but I think maybe Choi wanted to send the bomb further in. And that way stop the pin. So I guess Fusion, they just played around the grab combo.
It's unfortunate to lose an ultimate like that one, the Graviton Surge, but they could certainly build it up because they're 70% ahead.
Instant chatter. I think he was looking for Carp actually.
And it just was pretty de-synergized for the Shock. It's unfortunate to lose an ultimate like that one, the Graviton Surge, but they could certainly build it up because they're
so moving in.
70% ahead.
Actually, what's the reason they move in?
Grab came out late, and it just was pretty de-synergized for the Shock. It's unfortunate to lose an ultimate like that one, the Graviton Surge.
I guess the reason they're moving in is because Neptuno is here, and they know Poco's above. And it looks like Super wants to shatter Carpe right now. He just happens to notice Neptuno. And that's a free shatter. Good block. Or no, not good block. He didn't even aim for Super. However, yeah, Carpe free farms with Boombox.
And they know that if they can hold the ult advantage, challenged by
percent.
Let's see here.
Energy for Carpe. Makes him a major danger to the side of the shock as they try to get back in to regain control. Fusion
Make space.
70%. Ready to take a lead. Grab gonna be coming out from the
That's a good grab.
first. Sinatra starts saying, danger to the side of the
Super
shock
goes
as they
for the
try to
boop,
get
but
back in
misses.
to regain
I think he gets
control.
booped, right?
Now at 70%. Ready to take a lead. Grab gonna be coming out from the side.
Yeah, so he's setting up for the boop, but gets yeah, he's setting up for the pin.
From Boombox to try to keep him alive. So the truck comes in. Sato gets a pin on the Rascal. So things continue to look good for the Fusion. Rally now going through from EQO as they maintain control.
And then
The
Rascal died due to pin, which is a big blow because you have no rally versus the enemy rally.
have to commit in. There's no time for a reset.
And now Mob gonna be taken down still. 100 energy here for Carpe as he pushes down. Shadow comes on the point.
Was two unfortunate deaths on Rascal there.
Swaying into the back, the fight on top of him to keep him safe. He manages with Violet getting closer. Will be
Wait,
able to
what's the
force
reason
it
for
overtime. The
going
bomb's
back
not
in?
gonna find any- buddy, he pistols down EQO. That's about as
Okay, so sure, you get kill on EQO.
turnaround now. With Violet getting closer to that transcendence, can they make it happen?
That's what they need. If they can hit that, Sinatra will get a grab.
Shatter
Oh, and massive shatter as well. When he worked with Rascal, did he come a lot? He was one of the most vocal players.
gonna be good. Finds Sato
He's
with
really vocal.
everybody playing on top of him to keep him safe. He manages to stand back up. The shield gets raised.
Sinatra needs to get in there and
In a very good way as well. Like he's always focusing on the objectives.
Swaying into the back to fight with the rest of the team.
Like what the goal is. Like if you're supposed to do a grab bomb, he's talking about it.
From Boombox, they make their way over onto the point, but now they're not going to have it as the grab comes out from Sinatra. Could this be the turning point? Everybody from Fusion getting locked up. Super going to be taken down. However, the beat just not in time to save his life.
I think it was a bad choice to leave. No, it wasn't a bad choice actually, but
Bomb up over the top.
Rascal was a good player, but he shouldn't have been kicked from Fuel in my opinion.
the losing capitalize. He's only gonna get
There were other issues
the first point.
that made it
We'll have to swap
not
to Ryan.
possible to
Also
work
a lot of ult percentage
with
for the first round.
you know the roster we had at that time.
The round
How you doing, Fabe?
Old City Center, the staging
It's a shame what happened. I mean, if it didn't happen, he wouldn't be in shock by now. So that's the upside.
onto the high ground. Sato decides to stay behind. He's going to be zapping away here down below.
Nice kill on Boombox.
swap to Ryan.
Let's see.
A lot of ult percentage
Wanna see
the previous round.
how does Violet even get caught out?
The round itself.
Old City Center, the staging grounds here for the Philadelphia Fusion to try to shut
Oh.
down this streak.
Eco goes alone.
Dangerously low.
It's a I think it's a set play to try and just catch.
Gonna be zapping away here down below. Building up steadily
Why is Boombox alone on high ground?
for that primal rage, but now Boombox gonna be taken out. Carpe as well. Going to be eliminated, and that is gonna be the control going over the shock again here at the start of the round.
You're reliant on AoE damage as the Winston in this case.
I'm doing fine by the way, Fabe. Having a nice coffee here. I started mixing honey with coffee,
That's what is the
and it's pretty good.
winning move.
How are you doing?
Swipes that actually gains you the first flip. He's not going to swap over to Ryan, which I
No
think
diss on
was
Zac,
the swap
but
last
if it
time.
was Rascal instead of him, your roster would be mega stacked.
That's going to flip this point. That's in itself is
I
not
agree.
enough. They need the grab.
I don't take it as a diss, so it shouldn't be taken as a diss, but
Appeal to do it.
like Zac is
Already on
like Agilities if he was a bit better on Brig.
No support
Like he can frag out,
fusion if they're not fighting.
and he's like thinking about the support role, but he's not doing the Brig duties like stopping Lucius all the time, or he's pretty much only thinking about the ground stuff. Any good games today? Well, we have let's see, we have Gladiators versus Boston, Defiant versus Vancouver, and Dragons versus Justice. So I think it's a good game, a good day for games. The last one might be a bit sleeper, but
Cause disruption. You
the other ones are good.
they can just sit back and wait.
But let's see, Sato goes in, bubble used, and then Primal, we kill Sinatra. I'm surprised Violet doesn't use trance here. Maybe it's not enough. Like too far away. Because he could use trance here if he wanted to, since Carpe doesn't have grab. The thing is, you're gonna lose next fight though.
Super drops the shatter. They managed to find EQO. Might need a little bit more than that if they want to maintain control of this point. Sato
Now it's too late for trance though.
stay alive. Sliver of HP remaining, and Troyhoven is there to scoop up the
Very good recovery. So what's the recovery they do?
trying to cause some disruption.
Sinatra dying means
Be taken down just moments before he gets
all damage is gone.
Moth up top. Goes low, will be able to stay alive for a little bit longer at least. Super drops a shatter. They manage
So
to
EKO dead.
might need a little
Then Sado Primal ends, and he's in the middle of the
more
team.
than that if they want to maintain control of this point. Sato works his way to the inside, trying to stay alive. Sliver of HP remaining, and Troyhoven is there to scoop up
Oh.
the rest of it. Finds the kill, and it seems like
Why is it only 3 games? It is because of the homestand weekend. So last week I had 2 games, and I don't know if it's only because of that, but the last 2 weeks each stage has less matches on the weekends. I mean, no, in general, yeah, less matches. I think that's maybe because of hours or something.
Carpe still high energy here. Now on the reapproach.
Since it's barely NA teams, barely EU teams playing at the moment.
That's exactly what he wants to do. Finally gonna be
How you doing, the Royal Plebeian?
Sinatra manages to survive for a little bit longer, but he can't use the grab. Poco is there.
So grab comes in.
Troyhoven gonna be taken down. And with the team in shambles,
I'd say it's fine to take the next fight here.
San Francisco Shock knew this was going to happen. In fact, it was baited by Sinatra to see if they could get multiple ults here. And now
Yeah, it's like Wolf says, it's, well, not necessarily baited, but
1 fight to win it.
you don't want to risk using all ults there to maybe win a fight. So when you can just go in and guarantee a win here.
but again, still gonna be protected by his Reinhardt standing in front. Grab online.
Now, we're gonna see a clutch grab.
His moment needs to see
It's a really clutch grab, but it's only because Poco goes up on point and just... Oh, no, it's not this one. It's the other one.
this could be big.
Those 2 bombs.
Not gonna be able to find the kills as Boom
I don't know, that was weird.
him now. Does he want to slam this one down? Pushes on
So this is an okay grab.
coming up.
Oh, okay, never mind. Choice bomb ended, or stopped here. So that's body blocked by Sado, I think. By his, like, toes or something.
This could be big.
In your opinion of Fusion as a team, is it just a bad meta for them?
Kills as well there. From that sound barrier. Poco
I think it's bad teamwork.
have not retaken this
Probably.
yet. So Fusion are
Not bad teamwork, but not good enough teamwork to be number 1, or number 2, or number 3.
out Moth. Finally with the transfers a little bit too late. The damage a little bit too high. Can't keep the Lucio in the fight. It's still gonna be Fusion trading up.
So they invested a lot. I think once
Answering shatter in from Sato.
the grab combo didn't find anything.
Fusion on the cusp of shutting down this win streak.
It looks like the streak may be shattered here. The shatter
Yeah.
itself might be what does it.
Like once you didn't find anything with the grab combo,
The Zarya v Zarya, they both had similar energy. They both had the same.
you barely have any firepower left.
Winning that fight
And
comes
then
down to the
Sado
shatter.
got a massive shatter.
Unfair fight. Sinatra didn't get to hold his own because he was knocked off his feet. And as they approach
Yeah, it's
one more time,
stage 2
this
playoffs
round is
already,
all
and soon
they
stage
got.
3.
They will build
I don't know, I
up
feel the same. It feels like time just flies.
So this is a really unlikely win here for the
Didn't watch any of the games yesterday because of the late start in UK time. Couldn't even get a game in. No, I understand you, it's 2 AM. Like 1 AM starting for you. This is the weird...
unlikely win here.
Okay, so sorry for just shifting there. Poco, he's gonna be on high ground here.
Keep that streak alive.
I wanna know why he's remaining on high ground. So right now you can see him up there. I guess he's waiting for grab. But then you have Troyhoven just pushing him because Poco has no... Ah, yeah. So the issue was... Let's see. It's such a bad angle. But let's try here. Okay, let's draw out the point like this. And we have Poco. Let's see. Yellow. Poco standing here somewhere. Matrixing all the way down. Like this. And I think the issue is that he doesn't respect Choi and ends up moving to the right here. And then Choi moves up. Body blocks. Because of no booster, they can finish him. What's up, Panther? And this is also a huge misplay by Poco, I think. Because Carp has grab soon, you have Rally, you have Trance. Shock has no Trance, they have no beat either, and yeah. This is Poco throwing, I think. I'm not sure if it's throwing. Like, it's probably not throwing. It's more like he's getting outplayed here by Choi.
Taking the lead. Up top, that's gonna be
That's such a good DMEC. So good.
knocked out Sinatra. He's got free reign to use the grab.
That's the only reason they got the grab in.
Grabs out from Carpe, but Choi Hilbin takes it away.
And also Choi eating the grab from Carpet. That's insane.
Through. Few people to block that one.
I think Choi just
Manages to find two.
won the map here. Or won the map. Round him in.
Not yet. One more round.
The more decisive one that was already placed there.
Let's see their faces.
So he's just
See how it
building
changes.
defense matrix.
Worth noticing. You see, they aren't super hyped.
There's no
And that's a
way
shock
to
thing.
place it.
Or it's a thing from Krusty where
Throw the
you
grab,
tune
big
down
time,
the hype.
so he had- in desperation in that moment tries to place
You
it.
keep each other
Hilbin
focused.
is one step ahead. And the streak is the you know, the tanks here, the main and so we have also
Oh, they don't show. Anyways,
impactful ult deaths. He's
let's
pretty
see
faster in all these
when they
fights.
enter point.
Auto, for example. That's what I was going to get into is I feel like
It was a good play. I think Shock probably noticed that Poco likes to take that spot and punished him. Yeah. Yep.
on this first map had to be more
You also saw the Matrix from above. So I think the Matrix from above was the trigger.
impactful ults in the Rhine.
Good attempt by Neptuno here to try and boop a super down.
Rhine.
Team seemingly stepping up to play around Sato a bit more.
And now the issue,
as we get
well,
into the
oh,
final week.
Neptuno was so low.
On this first
He should have died there, I feel like.
impactful ults in the Rhine v Rhine.
Team seemingly stepping up
So he goes in for that
to
boop.
play around Sato a bit more.
Just imagine if they went for Neptuno. Like, imagine if Rascal just whipped or... Like, he's an instant kill in my opinion.
Here.
So close to dying. And he turns for Neptuno too late. That's unfortunate.
As we go into the final week, Neptuno almost getting picked off. The fire strike connecting as well.
Oh, Super also getting picked off almost.
Get a beating in the front lines. Slowly getting top back up, trying to retreat. Sato knows going forward, trying to get kills and overextension, so he shows restraint, heals back into the side room. Waits for that HP bar to get built back up.
It's a ton of ult charge here.
And that's why Super had to play fall back, because Neptuno was so aggressive.
They're pushing their way forward. Boombox.
Otherwise he gets booped.
Online pops up. One back up.
And then early trance.
Boombox with that as well.
Why?
Gonna have to re-aggress
I guess Saudo went low, Carp went low.
They're pushing their way forward. Boombox.
It's because Saudo is low.
It's gonna be
Hmm.
pops that one instantly. Just to try to keep Sato alive.
Wouldn't Rally have been enough? I think Rally should have been enough.
Down catches 4.
Shouldn't it?
Out for Super, but the kills aren't there yet. Sato juggled into the corner, still gonna be alive. The grab gonna be coming through now from Sinatra.
So Choi
Let them some
got
kills.
pushed down.
Gonna be the first one to fall.
Oh, no.
Catches 4. Out for Super,
Let's hear.
but
Who
the
goes
kills
down?
aren't there yet. Sato juggled into the
Violet goes down. Sinatra as well.
corner, still
Oh, Sinatra does a... Oh, that's a good grab. So he grabs as he goes down because Poco probably doesn't go for the eat there.
alive. The grab gonna be coming through now from Sinatra.
And then that's a really nice spot where you can still do damage. That's actually really smart. You have both Violet and Sinatra here, just fragging out under a shield. And if Sado would be caught or EQO or someone else, they would have to turn the shield, opening the backs.
Looking to net them some kills. Carpe gonna be the first one to fall. Super still getting battered around.
The problem is, you can't really save Super.
Will finally get finished off by Poco as the sound barrier comes in from Neptuno. Malt holding onto his own. Now goes ahead and invests in Sato. Will be traded out. No rhymes for either side at the moment. Bomb
So Rascal goes down.
expiring. Carpe nearing that grab. 2% left to go. Bombs out from Choi Hilbin. Looks for a pick. Unable to find it. Zones him back. For maintaining his
Well, also, Neptuno used his beat. Muff using beat later.
That's a miss right there for Poco.
that grab. 2% left to go.
And
Now
let's
goes
see.
ahead and invests
Should
in
he use
Sato.
the bomb?
Traded out.
Sado is dead.
No rhymes for either side at the moment. Bomb's going to be available. The shield's expiring. Carpe nearing that grab. 2% left to go. Bombs out from Choi Hilbin. Looks for a pick. Unable to find it. Zones him back. The point still has.
That's a just bad position by Poco. He's overextending and staying here. He should have been rotating indoors like this.
Not been capped.
Oh, that's a miss. That's a miss right there for
That's really bad.
That's not what you want.
The back with the baby diva gets taken down. Good collapse there from Super.
Doing damage down there. Sinatra was doing damage down there.
If it was Rhine or Break, it would have been different.
Violet, essentially invulnerable.
No, it wouldn't have been way different because it forces the Reinhardt to turn the shield, and then Diva, you have still have Lucio and Reinhardt that can do damage. Only different for Carpa and Violet, of course. What's that grab, by the way? So they push in. Why did he overextend, or did he see any weak target? I think he just repositioned and then didn't notice Sinatra pushing him. He didn't have boosters. Now, what is this grab? A lot of pros right now have been saying that Shock is the best team right now at Go. It's better than Titans. I've been saying it as well. I agree. I think Super is gonna be probably like he's about to be the best main tank in the whole league. That's a really bad grab by Carpa. And also trans by Boombox. Because there's no point in transing this. Like, take a look at this. The timer. No. No. What's up, Soblight? Nice to see you. I'm glad that you're back in time. Or not back in time. I'm glad that you're back just in time for watching how Carpa throws a grab and Boombox tries to save it with trans. And yeah. See how Shock outplays Fusion.
It felt like a Hail Mary as well, that grab. I mean, it was the member.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it with a friend later, but I will be around for the first match. Oh, nice.
Finds the kill. I mean, Neptuno's been taking a lot of damage next grab.
And he's got no energy as well.
So, 70%
What is Neptuno doing?
getting ready.
I think he wants to just boot people into the middle, right?
Built up 81%. Carpe wasn't able to get anything towards that next grab.
This is like literal Reddit
No
Lucio.
energy as well.
So,
I mean, Super probably didn't expect it.
getting ready to come through. Neptuno just
Maybe it was baited.
picked off. Helmet finds
Ah. That's a fight lost right there. That's a fight lost.
kill.
And 70% plus.
Usually he's been staying alive, but this time it's not going to be the case.
So they rally and force them back.
Nicely done. Nice identification there.
A free grab, sure. Block the shatter.
Now the grab
No.
comes in again from Sinatra.
Ah.
Managed to
Like, I know, I'm making a lot of these like sounds where this it sounds like I'm disappointed. I am disappointed.
I love how passive Super plays as well. He stepped
This looks
forward
like-
to do damage. There were a few opportunities to shatter, but he knew he didn't need them. He wanted to save it for the last.
You want to do solo plays?
catch any ball.
Touching with that shatter.
Well, not solo plays. Neptuno probably doesn't want to do solo plays and only carry himself, you know?
Melted down.
It's probably you want to cheese.
Sinatra beaming him like a laser. Shatter's going to be coming out.
I mean, it's you can do it,
Body. Duo swapping over onto the Doomfist.
but then why is EQO on Doomfist? Like, what is EQO gonna do now?
Cause some disruption. Trying to melt it.
There were a few opportunities to
He
shatter.
switched to Doomfist, maybe to touch.
Caught off in no man's land. He needs to die ASAP.
I love how passive Super plays as well. He
It
steps
didn't have to
forward
go
do
Doomfist to
damage.
touch.
There were a few opportunities to shatter.
Not in a good position. Boombox
Let's see.
taken down. Sato caught off in no man's land. He needs to die ASAP.
I love how
Oh,
passive
okay, so he
Super
goes
plays as well.
Hammond,
He steps forward,
and
doing
that's why he
damage.
goes for Doom. Yeah, he goes to touch,
Beaming him like a laser. Unable to find it. He's gonna get stunned up.
and he just dies here. Doesn't really do anything.
With a bomb from Joey Hoban finds another.
And what a great turnaround there. A dominant round to end Oasis.
Hmm.
It looked rough for a moment there. They came back with a
Fusion, they
vengeance
look
on the
good.
final round.
They looked good until
That's a good
City Center when Poker died, and then City Center when Neptuno died. Carpe grab, Boombox trans in that grab. Maybe they're tilting. I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's...
Wins, British Hurricane.
Doesn't feel like they're getting
on and on. And,
outsmarted.
let's see if the Shock can, you know, continue to further this.
Like that Neptuno death, that's like
It's something that will
something you don't do.
Something that means that the Titans
Too risky.
Philadelphia Fusion just gonna be showing us a 3-3 Sato on the Winston.
Neptuno has been
To begin, Sinatra.
my bronze
Seems like he's gonna be sticking through with this Sombra.
neighbor that loves Overwatch League.
Yeah, this is a Zoriel.
He says he enjoys them more than football. Yeah, that's a good sign. Let's see before this starts. Him and Sado has not looked good in this match. Him, Sado, and Poco. I feel like.
Seems like he's gonna be sticking through.
I mean, Sado has been looking
with
okay.
Sombra.
I don't think Sado has been the issue.
Yeah,
The issue has been
Zoriel is
Poco.
not a diva.
Let's see.
Max there.
Poco carpet grabbing. Yeah, carpet grabbing there, and then mainly Neptuno going in like he did there.
Honest.
So, Shock going for the Zarya-less goats with Sombra. This is the right play. You want to hack Sado.
Trying to keep him alive. Is it gonna be enough?
And I think they went for Sombra just because it's Sado. And they know they can, you know,
Violet
break fusion if they just get the tank.
to the side of the shot.
Since they barely protect the tank.
Up onto the high ground, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to last through here. Super.
Then you lose Boombox and Sado.
Whenever you aggressive, go forward, looking for a kill on the Carpe.
This is really good by Shock. But the thing with Shock here, it takes them so much time to just get the EMP and then use the EMP.
Moment, they should utilize it.
Oko going low.
A bit inefficient bubble from Carpe.
Him out of that mech. Unable to do so. And Sinatra.
And then Sinatra, where does he die? Oh, he dies right to the left of Carpe.
Moment, they should utilize it.
Oko going low. Yoben trying to knock him out of that.
I guess Sinatra tried to translocate and
Unable
just
to
got
do so.
scouted.
Sinatra. Like he's gonna be sent
Outplayed.
to the map, you would expect. Good pick there by Neptuno. One tick already gonna be grabbed for the San Francisco Shock so far. Neptuno now gonna be taken down. Joy Yoben continues to
So there's the grab.
have his number here.
Can't really stop the grab because you don't have trans.
Carpe.
Playing the
Yeah, you
song
gotta
is
reset.
really what you're thinking about as to how you win the
I know
fight.
what this is said a lot, but
EMP to get a lot
what
of
are the
value.
bad things about running Fraggy instead of Sado?
Have,
I don't think they want to have Fraggy.
right?
So that's the thing. I don't think they want Fraggy right now because it feels like it's there's something compromising Fraggy, like blocking him from coming in, and most likely causing even worse teamwork. I'm fairly certain that they're running the most efficient and best comp or lineup. So Sado probably gives a better win percentage in scrims and all that, and I just guess it's less less forces just going against each other in game. Who knows?
So this is a lot tougher. This is not
There's like this rumor about Carpe not liking Fraggy. Yeah.
Window though, where there's no support ultimates to go for. It's gonna be two members hacked up, but Sinatra's the first one to fall. Boombox. Instead of
Yeah, because of the translocator engage,
he's just gonna go
can't really
ahead
do
and pick up
anything
2 kills for himself.
as Sinatra.
He EMP'd into a high ground where the positional advantage.
But Sinatra's
There's no.
I wanna see that again.
Right? So this is a lot tougher. This is not the mega EMP like you normally see in this meta.
Yeah. Yeah, this EMP wasn't big.
window though, where there's no support.
Maybe he's overstaying here.
Ultimate.
He's probably expecting his teammates to come up quicker. Like this. And then he stays for too long. Because he's expecting help or someone blocking. Maybe Choi matrixing. And he's not realizing that he's taking this much damage.
To go for. It's gonna be 2 members hacked up, but Sinatra's the first one to fall. Boombox. Instead of having a transcendence.
You could actually do something. You could just drop down. You could, how to say, line of sight. But then the EMP would lose value. So I think Fusion outplayed them just with better positions. Fraggy would be good in 3-3 because he's aggressive. I mean, Mano is passive or defensive, and he's really good.
But the whole idea about the Sombra was to get that single kill on the Sato and get the point
But
on the first
he wouldn't
one.
be good.
Now there's massively
Him as a player might be good, but he wouldn't be good in Fusion if it compromises the teamwork.
but they certainly can still
There's a lot of, like 3-3 right now relies only on the synergy pretty much. And of course like tactics and all that, but if you have players fighting at each other in game, doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna lose.
They managed to find the kill now, push their way over onto the point. They've already grabbed that 1 tick.
Let's see, Sinatra, wide angle, displaying. Oh, nice boop by Rascal there.
Fast there.
Now that's going to be the shadow coming down from Super, but he doesn't catch anybody. Boombox has a Transcendence rolling. Grab's going to be out from Carpe.
And then Sinatra got grabbed there.
Coming in from Bond to try to keep his team alive. So far, it's working a treat. Just no
I think that grab was by Carp. Yeah, it was by Carper, right?
sound barrier of his own. They're in onto the point. Two ticks going to be grabbed, trying to move their way
When
up.
he was on high ground.
He's got the Primal Rage rolling, so has that low cooldown leap, makes his way back in, and Super's going to be taken down. Sinatra uses. Grab's going to be out.
This is a mess.
Pushing over the sound barrier, coming in from Bond to try to keep his team
Let's see.
alive. So far, it's working a treat because no one's died. Onto the point. They've already
I think it starts here with Rascal having, not Rascal, Sinatra having this position here. He might be trying to avoid the grab from Carpe over here. No, wait, is Carpe... No, that's EQO. Oh, Carpe might be on the ground here, actually. Yeah, he is. I thought Carpe was on high ground.
that one tick.
So they split. That way Carpe can't grab through the wall.
Coco going to be using the bomb. Rascal stunts it, stops it from entering onto the point.
Fast there.
Now that's going to be the shadow coming down from Super, but he doesn't catch anybody. And Boombox has a Transcendence rolling.
And then unfortunately you're just behind on ults.
Constantly pushing over the sound barrier, coming in from Bond. He's got the Primal Rage rolling, so has that low cooldown leap, makes his way back in, and Super's going to be taken down. Sinatra uses. They're in onto the point.
What happened with the bomb?
Trying to move their way up. Sato nearly pooped off the side. He's got the Primal Rage rolling, so has that low cooldown leap, makes his way back in, and Super's going to be taken down.
So something stopped the bomb. I guess Choi didn't boost. I'm not sure if he... it doesn't look like it was stunned. There's nothing that can stun it. Because everyone that could stun was in the grab.
And they lost all their crucial ultimates here at Kilios. The real problem was the grab not catching Sato. He was able to escape and push the rest of the members of the Shock.
So yeah, the grab bomb combo messed up. And now, very scrappy last fight. You see Sinatra staying here on the wide angle just because he wants to get his grab again.
Take this fight, I think, with the trance. If anyone dies before that trance comes out, the Shock lose this. It's ready now.
Yeah, barring a massive turnaround. Pushing their way forward. Good chip damage going forward onto the tanks. Bubble's gonna
Now this is a mistake, I think. Or is it?
be used. Carpe behind with a high ground. He's trying to mount
So they can't walk inside because then Sato is just gonna cleave and
Sinatra.
get a lot of damage in.
The kill.
Here's the grab I'm talking about.
High energy with the grab, ready to roll. Neptuno.
Sinatra should be walking in with the team here.
Clutch from Carpe.
And I was confused about this yesterday as well. I'm not sure if this is a bait to force the grab and only get the grab on Sinatra and then Choi tries to eat it or something. Or if it's unintentional and Sinatra just happens to have a wide angle.
Get the ball off the point. Super's gonna be playing it. Sinatra gonna be taken down. The damage is gone.
Don't think it's intentional to have a wide angle.
Transcendence now expired from
No, it is because of
kill. EQO gonna be taken out and Montez
the
needs to keep it
unintentional.
alive.
I don't think it is.
Going lower and lower. They're trying desperately to keep him in the fight. The Primal Rage will push his HP bar all the way back up to full. 73%. They haven't ticked past that so far. The Shock have to stay entrenched on the point. Primal Rage gonna be expired.
I think the main issue was that Shock messed up the EP and then just
Gonna be Poco taken down as he tries to use a self-destruct of his own.
messed up the grab bomb combo once they had it and almost, you know, lost because of bad ult management.
Leads to Neptuno's death. That's the huge play. Well, they should not have
So now they're
stayed. Should not have
snowballing.
stayed. Should not have stayed. Now they're down on ults. Grab coming out.
Does manage to find
So
Zero on the side of the
grab
box.
to counter grab.
Still going the way.
Neptuno's death. That's the huge play. Well, they should not have stayed. Fusion have not have stayed.
Wanna see
They should not have
Boombox
stayed.
here.
Now they're down on ults. Grab coming out.
Oh, that's huge. That's actually huge. So Boombox is grabbed behind the pillar. And Sato EQO in front. This is a set play as well. Is it though? I'm not sure if it's set. Sinatra just might have, you know, fought up it on the spot. And that's true. 2 free kills.
EQO and Sato both eliminated. Both ults used for the fusion. As far as out of it's all right.
All right, well,
Let's
take a
see
look at
Shock's
what
defense.
strategy the Fusion wanna roll
The
out
first
with
point defense wasn't that good.
on the attack.
As,
They know
like
that
if I can
the
recall
greatest
correctly.
timing possible for the Shock, and if they get a good time on A, they're very likely to end up with, you know, at least a mirror time bank on B. So interesting to see Sato on this wrecking ball here to start. And
Rascal.
yeah, Rascal once again.
Big
going
play
over
of set.
Batiste. We see
I think it's
Shock
just
a lot.
Sinatra being 5-head. Really smart.
One of the first ones who really embraced the new hero here at the beginning of stage 2.
Is it?
Yeah, along with you know, a few others like we saw Toronto running it a lot.
If it's a set play, it means it's already, you know, they prepare about it beforehand, but I think it's actually just
To outrange them with this Pharah, try to poke them down eventually.
Sinatra coming up with it. I think so.
Find anybody who's disconnected.
Like, they probably have a playbook
Out of that
of
immortality field, maybe set up some
different
big
plays they can execute based on the positions,
down from above. Sato just
and it was just one of
tries to
them.
force them off the point.
It's not really connecting with most of these rockets though right now, unfortunately.
So I was thinking, like, Fusion going for Pharaoh here is
Cetera.
kind of weird, but then Violet gets picked by
At the moment, but
EQO.
he goes up onto that high ground, he bounces high.
He shouldn't have gotten picked there,
Manages to take him down.
but I think he went for the snipe and just got outplayed
At 72%.
in the skill matchup.
Spots him out for a little bit
As a
more.
Shock fan, I was scared Philly was gonna ruin the win streak.
Ball's gonna be eliminated now. Carpe finds that opening.
I thought Philly was gonna win the first map.
It comes through. They're holding
Not
on
this
to
one, though.
Transcendence, and Shock is so far away from having support ultimates, let alone their support's really on the point, as both of them got picked off.
All right, this is a good opportunity now. I think it's
Yeah,
Shock.
I don't think Shock should have lost there. Ebas, thank you so much for your sub. And yeah, welcome. As I said, I don't think Shock should have lost that fight there, because if Violet doesn't die, they win long term.
They're playing passively because of this. They don't have support ults, but they will in just a moment. So there are ways to use EMP ult efficiently.
The Royal Plebeian, thank you for your prime,
The fusion weight, you know,
and welcome as well.
Violet ultimate is ticking up.
Well, that's gonna be the translocator in.
This is a huge disengage.
So there are ways to deal with this EMP ult efficiently. And the longer the fusion wait, you know, that Violet ultimate is ticking up.
Watch this disengage. I guess Poke is telegraphing that he's gonna go in.
That's gonna be the
And because he's EMPing right now,
translocator in.
this whole engage is ruined.
Throws it down now, manages to find 3.
You deserve it, Pick. Thank you.
Doesn't feel the pressure to need it because they pull so far back. No one's really taking damage. Now as the fusion drop down, the grab's gonna be coming.
And then, yeah, no Diva means a free grab.
Keep Neptune alive for a little bit longer. Super goes low.
Good attempt by Super, but nice block by Sato.
Base still gonna be far away from that graviton surge. They can afford to use this.
Okay.
And now this is the issue with Sombra.
Carpe walks away with double
If the
grab
EMP doesn't get value,
Box is isolated.
it's kind of slow.
Sinatra
in lost fights. Exactly. And they lose a lot of that time bank as well.
looks like they still want to maybe go with the left side approach. Will drop down to go to main. So pushing their way in. Hillman up from behind them, forces them, reroutes them outside.
So
Just
I
harassing.
think you switch off the Zarya for Sombra whenever you want to counter Winston,
Off. You can help isolate and kill them. A lot of time wasted here for the
and then
Pistons.
you
They ring
keep
around
the
Rosie.
Diva
This is some yakety sax at the
because
moment
of
with their movement.
denying Diana. I guess that's reasonable. Might not be that though. That's a good. Wait, I want to see that grab.
Rosie.
This is some yakety sax at the moment with their movement. Have to get rerouted so many times. Rally's gonna be
Did you use both trances that fight?
him off, and now he's
They did.
them for
And kill them.
ready to go. Sinatra, same
So that grab is. I'd say that grab is alright.
in the middle of the armor being distributed to his teammates.
Denying the rally is big, but Boombox used trans.
Safe for now, but Super. Sinatra,
A lot of
When
time
was
wasted
trans used? Oh yeah. This is the huge play, by the way.
the fusion as they ring around the Rosie.
this is some yakety sax.
This is actually huge. So let's see. Boombox, where is he? Where is Boombox? Oh, he's behind Sinatra.
Grabs ready to go.
So watch this. Sinatra bubbling now. This is a huge bubble because of the Boombox trans. He cut the trans. And that's how you get the kill.
Find EQO, but that's going to interrupt that rally in the middle of the armor being distributed.
That's a really smart play.
Sato trying to exit charges out. Seems like he might be safe for now, but Super, he wants more.
Of the transcends coming out from all the shields on the Shock means that Boombox.
That's what I mean, like when I say Shock is on a different level in terms of efficiency. It's so efficient, like trading bubble for trans.
See the moment they lost time advantage despite Shock capping A in overtime. Now they're starting to feel the stress. Now they're starting to feel the pressure. They only have one support ultimate here, so getting ult.
I didn't even know that worked.
Unrealistic, even though they have
Does work.
They find Trey Hobin over into the side.
And now Choi was on the side because of trying to eat the grab.
Down, so already a disadvantage to the side of the fusion as they try to continue the approach. The shields from Neptune up to the side.
Starting to feel
Wait.
now they're starting to feel the pressure.
Neptuno is gonna use beat.
So getting all 3 ticks is unrealistic, even though they have tank ults.
They find Chehoven over into the side.
So everyone going low.
Waiting to set up the
Beat comes out. Saudo does not get beat because Super holds up the shield. Does he though?
use it, but
I think he holds up the shield. Denies the beat.
Saudo's going to be taken down, so already a disadvantage to the side of the Fusion as they try to continue the approach. The shields from Neptuno do not last long.
If you could guess, what would you say Shock calling structure is like?
San Francisco Shock already with an
It's extremely hard to guess that. I don't think you can guess it. I know some parts of it though. Some parts are
Real elephant in the room.
you have set positions for what to scout. So you have like
This is starting to look like a hold here on B.
one person scouting main. You have
They got another
this
grab.
dif-
Carpe's grab.
how to say different
Rufus
angles.
and Sato died there.
So everyone has their job,
Carpe felt forced.
and
There
then
wasn't enough, you know,
you don't
follow-up
get hyped.
damage. They weren't in position
That's
to
number
really use the
one
grab.
rule I
Things
learned.
like that. Sometimes
If you do
have
get
to die
hyped, someone calms you
to
down.
off,
And
but they forced it.
the main center is having.
Ideal
Actually, I'm gonna pause it here and just show you what I mean. The main, or like the closest type of comms in racing. This is the type of comms I'm thinking, or like I'm assuming they have. Let's see, rally. Let's see.
I think we became
When do they race? Not comms in rally. It's like really calm communication. Like it's very easy to hear it. I don't know. I can't find it here. It doesn't matter. But that's how, for example, Boston had their communication last year. I think they still have it the same way.
And now, I mean, all they've really got here is a shatter.
I don't think it's one person calling rotations. Like I'm sure Moth does a lot, but as far as I know, everyone has a job in the calling.
Just disengaging of the shock. Not even gonna take the fight with your rally. I'm just gonna walk away.
And they don't counter call each other as well. That I know that as well. Because Super said you don't counter call, you just trust. And if you don't trust, you get no food. You get beaten by Krusty. Not literally, but you get beaten by Krusty. And then you'll like start listening. And trusting.
Waiting for the setup. Knows where Poco is. Doesn't feel pressure to use it yet. 100 energy ready to go. Sato dangerous.
Very calm
Trying to stay
right now.
alive. Sort of HP for him. Now EQO as well. Getting
You see, Sinatra's line of... Oh yeah, what was this positioning by Poco? How do you know Boston comm structure? In season 1, I remember they released the comms, or like they showed segments of the comms and you could hear it. Actually, let me see if I can find it. Boston season 1 OWL comms. Let's see. There's a video of it somewhere. Maybe I can't find it. Anyways. Yeah, too hard. Too many videos, highlight videos anyway. But there's an actual video of their comms.
waiting for the setup. Knows where Poco is. Doesn't feel pressure to use it yet. 100
See a Poco going in. I guess Poco is trying to eat the grab.
sort of HP for him. Now EQO as well. Getting
Yeah, he's definitely trying to eat the grab. But that's a suicide position by him. Oh, sorry about that, Ebas. Let me... I can permit you if you want to. There you go. There's a free grab because Poco is dead.
Fight me. I know you're forward. No
Yeah, I think-
precision. Barely any ultimates used for the shock. The defensive rally.
I
The
think-
later rally used. They have everything. And the fusion have
They tried
No real
to...
tools to open this and no time. This is gonna be
Yeah, I think they
nigh
tried to eat the
impossible.
grab there.
Zero energy for Carpe, but he's gotta try.
Giving him away, pushes his way up to 35. Grab
Yeah, I've seen the one
is
about
ready.
Atlanta.
He's
I don't think Atlanta has similar comms though. Atlanta is more hyped. But that's it's a different style to the team. I'll check that out. Oh, you found it? Okay, I'll check it after the fight here. So there's beat. Neptuno's beat ended. Simultaneous grabs. Yeah, I don't think... If Carpus survives, that's the only way Shock... Fusion does anything here. Keep an eye on Poco here. He's on high ground. Now, Carpe can't be pushed back. Yeah, Carpe dying there. It's very hard to stop that because EQ and Sado were dead, I think. I think Shock just... He outpositioned them, and then the only moment Fusion had a chance was when Poco... Well, before Poco suicided. Right here. So now you have all ults, except Beat, of course, but Violet doesn't have trance. And then Carpe should be going for the grab soon.
Waiting for the setup. Knows where Poco is. Doesn't feel pressure to use it yet. 100 energy ready to go. Sado dangerously low, trying to stay alive. Slurve of HP for him. Now EQ.
This is good aggression, but they can't engage or they can't walk up because they had to use bubbles there. And everyone is so low. I think Poco also dropped down not only to eat the grab, but also to... because he was able to fly back up, right? This is just really efficient positioning by Shock. Would you say Violet is deserving the hype? Definitely. He definitely deserves it. He definitely deserves it. He's either number 1 or number 2 Zen. I think Twilight is really good, but Violet is either number... Like, he's top 2 for sure.
This is my point.
I get to see.
So here's the comms.
Go.
it's on high ground.
This is a year ago though.
Reloading. I'm looking for... Shatter. Huge shatter.
Nice.
More one. I'm inside right one. McCree.
I just...
That's really calm. It's really calm. I think it's still not as calm as probably Shock has it right now.
You are going to have to retreat. Make a choice, Fusion. Fight me. I know you don't have grab.
Grab is ready.
And then yeah, last fight.
The harass Super, but Boombox going lower and lower. Sound barrier forced out from Neptuno. That'll buy him a little bit more time to get the Transcendence ready to go. Sound barrier now matched by Moth. Match comes in on Sinatra, but Sado's going to be taking around. Needs to find kills, but without
Let's see here.
100 energy, killing anybody from Transcendence is going to be nigh impossible, to take your words. Drop their way down onto the point and looking to harass Super, but Boombox going lower and lower. Sound barrier forced out from Neptuno. That'll buy him a little bit more time to get the Transcendence ready to go.
I think
Sound barrier now matched by
Sado receives too little. Maybe too little help there to push in. Wait, I need to check this again. So they engage. Neptuno uses beat. Why is Carpe not going for the push? You see, they're missing a lot of damage because Carpe does his own thing. I think, well, he wants to pressure Choi so that he can grab. But you see, now the beat is gone on Sado, and he's stunned. And Super pushes out. But you lost all the space. And you still can't grab. Do you think that's the sort of comms Krusty introduced to the Shock? I'm fairly certain it's Krusty, yeah. Or it's maybe Krusty and Huck, who knows. think the issue here is Carp getting distracted by the Diva, most likely. Because Super was in a kill range. Since you force the shield, if the shield cracks, you can go for it. You can shatter, you can stun.
Sato's gonna be taken down. Shatter
You only have this small window with the beat.
still manages to hit Neptuno in the back.
Obviously Shock are good right now, but who would you consider the weakest link?
The bomb's not gonna be able to find anything, but Troyoven makes it back in the back. Poco nearing a self-destructive zone up onto the high ground, just sitting on the awning.
The weakest link?
He doesn't have the tools, he doesn't have the setup to try to make this bomb really pop, to find some kills. You hear the explosion, there's nothing in the kill feed for
It's
them.
probably
TNT is
Rascal
just gonna start
on
bleeding
Brig.
away. EQO up on the
Probably.
high ground with the wrecking ball.
Like, he's really good,
We're not going to give them
but it's probably the weakest link. Also, I want to see the face expressions here.
too many risks. They had one great chance to have the better, extremely ult efficient, knowing how to pressure their opponents to use ults first, knowing they had the defender's advantage. And Fusion, they took too many risks. They had one great chance.
I like that they are
better
not,
time
like,
bank.
super
Everything
hyped.
fell apart when they got greedy. And the San Francisco Shock were not
Fusion look like they are... I don't know. Why are you still watching it? Oh, play of the game.
gonna give
Doesn't
them
really matter,
any
but
quarter.
looks like they
What a
aren't.
Dominant defense there on Hanamura.
I mean, if they want the
You know, someone punched them in the gut and they like dropped the breath. Skip the analysis.
move up to 23
Yeah, there we
maps
go.
in a row. Kings Row.
Why would you say Rascal? Because he's the one who has been the weakest
Map that they're very good at.
early on. Like had a period where he was out of sync with Super, and he didn't really perform well on Brig, you know, compared to Architect at that point. But then I think that's because it wasn't supposed to be a Brig, but he was brought in because more calling and all that. So obviously to practice, he had to practice a lot. Took a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks or something, and then he was solid. But because of that, I'd say he's the weakest because he's just the freshest.
Hanzo come out briefly for the fusion. Swap off of that. They try to move into B.
Not freshest, I mean
Shock. Be pushing forward.
the
Super
one with the least
very aggressive here, wrapping around that left-hand
brief
side.
experience, I guess,
Or the statue, rather.
in this lineup.
Trying to get some damage in, but so far hasn't led to many connections. Firestrike gonna be decent.
Wait, that positioning.
Statue, rather.
So they're positioning for the statue just to... so they want to get a boop in. This is a bad frame. But Neptuno, his goal is to boop Super in. And obviously they know about this. The boombox is positioned. Let's see, he's positioned to shoot down this lane and that lane. Primarily that lane. And if they get pushed, they want to rotate like this. So it's very, very safe to assume that you can rule out any position here on this side of point. And Carp is positioned on this side, left side, because of LOS for everyone, basically. Then you have Brig here, you stun, control that side of the statue. I want to see why Carpe doesn't. Well, why he ends up dying. Oh, he gets stuck. I don't know why, but he gets stuck here.
Firestrike gonna be decent. Violet Stream
What? Is that Moth?
rather.
Oh, wait.
Trying to get some damage in, but so far hasn't led to many connections.
Is that Moth? No, I don't know if it's Moth. No, Moth is here right now. Oh, it's Sinatra. Sinatra is pushing Carpet, that's why. Oh, he does the sneak like this, in. Pushes him, body blocks. Oh, he can't leave because of the body... Maybe not body block, but then Violet comes and snipes. That's just terrible positioning by Carpe. And not... So this is the issue. Didn't scout Hotel. Well, they did scout Hotel, because they had Boombox here. They had Sado here. Eco was over here. Neptuno on high ground. And they had all the vision they wanted like this, right? Let's use different colors. What's up, Gio? So they saw like this. Yes, and this. Okay, that's the vision. And someone probably missed Carpe. Everyone might have missed Carpe, or they didn't call out Carpe. Sinatra.
Fire's not gonna be decent. Violet picking off Carpe. Oh no, that's a disaster.
And you see, he's back here.
Try to turn something around here.
That's just bad preparation. It feels so good to be a huge fan of Shock this season. Yeah, I've been liking Shock since their first game versus Fuel. Like, just aggression they had, and just fundamentals. Like, I'm a Shock fan this season, but I'm also a fan of Titans.
Huge run back from Spawn as Azaria, so you're never gonna get back. And then Carpe dying first here is, I mean, quite literally the worst thing that could have happened to the Fusion.
Yeah, 40%.
I agree with Wolf. It's quite the worst, like, worst thing that could happen. So Carpe needs energy, and we're gonna see Shatter come in. There's a grab. Now there's grab from Sinatra because Boombox is pinned away. And that's a really good grab, because now if you kill Carpe, he has no energy. He was about to leave because he was positioned over here.
And the health bar is disappearing. They swing their way to success in the back of Super here. Poco just sitting in the corners. Guys, come on, don't stagger me, just let me go.
Really good.
They let him
They
go.
will abide.
They do let him go. You know, when
You see, he's 66%. Sinatra is gonna get his grab almost at the same time.
You know that your grab is going to be extreme Carpe if he wins this next upcoming fight. They have support advantage.
So no setup with Lucio anywhere. No, they don't have to. You see, Moth is up here because you just want to deny.
Shock's got everything
You don't want to do anything special. Neptuno goes in for the boop on Super, but he's bubbled. Neptuno oops too late. Or, well, he can't go in earlier because, they just rotate. Boop actually comes in.
Pushing forward.
There's Shatter, blocked, and blocked by both Shield and Bubble.
We'll find the elimination, but it's an exchange on the Brigidas as both do fall. The cart continues pushing forward.
Also,
Double super around a little bit.
Eco used Rally there.
Shatter gonna be coming down. They managed to find Rascal in the front. We'll find the elimination, but it's an exchange.
Now
on the
Sinatra
Brigidas
close to grab.
as both do fall. The cart continues to advance.
And you see this position by Carpe. I think this is a thing that Fusion must be focused on, where if Carpe sees Choi, let's actually go back a tiny bit.
Forward. Double super around
I feel like it's weird that
Shatter gonna be coming down. They managed to find Rascal in the front. We'll find the elimination,
he pushes
but it's an exchange
Choi.
on the Brigidas.
So Boombox sees Choi. Who else?
As both
Okay,
do
Sado.
fall. The cart
So this might be Boombox just target calling Choi low.
continues
So you want a DMEC?
to advance.
Sure.
Sado,
But Carpe is getting free farmed.
sliver of HP, Carpe.
And there's a beat. Violet with trance. That's a good shatter though. Well, it was a good attempt for a shatter. No, wait. I thought it was Sado. Oh, you stun Carpe as well, so Carpe can't grab. No, he did grab. My bad.
Will be able to do so. Shadow comes in, Bobs is the back. Unable to find any picks here. Hoko makes it back into the back safely, but the rest of his team is dead around him. And now
I
he's
think
gonna
this
lose
is
it
just
again.
scrappy by Fusion because
The Shock were down a member, and they were caught in a grab. And they were the ones who came
yeah,
up
it's a
with
bit
the
scrappy because they let
follow-up grab
Shock
for
walk in,
Sinatra
they
there.
get the space,
Ends up being
and then they start
more successful
setting up for the grab.
in the ensuing. You're gonna have to be aggressive. You're gonna have to try to take advantage of this one fight where there's no ultimates online for either teams. You know that. So how do you?
And let's
take
see,
this
Card
one
pushes
back
first
with
corner.
no tools. You're gonna have to
Bubbles
be
used.
aggressive. You're gonna have
And because bubbles are used, you can't hold this.
to try to take advantage of
You
this
can't,
one fight where there's
literally
no
can't hold
ultimates
this. I don't like the wide angle from Carpedo.
line for either teams. You know that you can't be passive here though. For the
When Moth was signed, his team started winning. Coincidence?
Card is just gonna roll, and the Shock are gonna catch up to their ultimates. Then you're gonna have a problem on your hands at sea.
Sato, very aggro, pushes
It did have a big impact.
That Super was
When,
dangerously
now
low. They
that,
wanted to get
that I
that
think
kill.
of it, but it's
Advance
not
stay
only
alive,
that.
pulls back the rest of his team, but so much space is given up to the Shock. 4.5 minutes remaining as they continue to push up. Fusion
Yeah,
doing
Philly,
their best, but
they
retreating
used the
moment.
bubbles early on,
It's really
and
all
then
they can do.
just
That comes down,
slowly
it's
push
a
back.
Transcendence coming in from Boombox. It's an off-jump.
Nice hit by Poco. So I thought, when I watched this live, I thought Sinatra wanted to grab right now, like right now. But then Trance comes out. And he wants to grab a tiny bit after, because you can lock people on the other side of the trance. Oh, on the other side of the boxes, I mean. The Shatter misses. Really good positioning by Sinatra over here. Hugging the wall. Super close to dying. Yeah, he dies. Did you see that it was close that Moth was gonna go to Boston and Avast would have been traded to Shock? What?
The point C defending moment when Poco
Who made that decision?
What happened right before that was Sinatra forced out the Transcendence just from left clicks alone. So he was hoping for that massive grab there.
Was that Krusty
All
making
on
that
full
decision?
energy. He still did a ton of damage. He's still about to catch up to Carpe's next grab that he didn't use in that fight. But, you know, that
Or,
would have been a
Shock's
4
management.
plus time bank if that was not absorbed.
That would have been a huge loss. Like, Moth is second best Lucio in the league. Yeah, so Grab comes in. Let's see.
Sometimes that
Defense.
can lead time.
Looking for their first playoff performance.
That's interesting. Like, who would have made that decision?
Going up against the Shock. Fusion, though, coming out on their attack. 4 minutes to start. Let's see what they can get done on King's Row, where they're undefeated at the moment.
Really gonna have to hope for a first.
That's like a huge win by for Boston if they would have.
Early kill if they want to have the
Okay, so they rotate in early. That's fine.
Here. And sometimes that can lead to a cutoff kill onto someone who's overextended on the low ground. The Shocker again just playing back, and look at where Rascal's standing.
Good position by him off there.
Anyone who jumps down.
Good damage on a Super.
And they try to aggress on Super.
Damage to begin. The harassment here for the Fusion allows them to work their way up over onto the point. They can't stay for too
Ah, you may. Oh yeah, it was when. Okay, if it was when Mercy had instant rest, then I understand it.
Super pushing forward. Nearly has a shatter on line. Sinatra almost gets picked off, but Poco, he's gonna be knocked out long.
Wait.
Now into the hotel, wrap around from the Shock.
So Choi is behind.
To begin.
This is one of the bigger issues.
Shocker again just playing back, and look at where
Stage
Rascal's
2.
standing.
Okay, if it was stage 2, then it's probably the management
So he can just bash
of Shock, like the GM of Shock. They made questionable decisions,
Good damage on a Super.
I think. I'm not sure.
Towards the archway. Some damage to begin. The harassment here for the Fusion allows them to work their
See,
way up
Poco high
onto the
ground.
point.
Just,
Can't
yeah,
stay for too
staying,
long.
picking positions
Now
there.
into the hotel, wrap around
Not taking damage.
from the Shock.
Choi
Looking for that
behind.
flank.
I think that's a good attempt to boot by Choi. But then, how does Poco take so much damage? Violet is like in melee range.
For pushing
This is good shield by
forward.
Super.
He has a shatter on line. Sinatra
Oh, he goes in. What is he thinking? So Poco goes in, Rascal just stuns him.
picked off, but Poco, he's gonna be knocked out of the mag. Already crucial pick.
Maybe he
here
got
for
baited.
the Shock. Need a little bit more if they want to shut down this push. Already gonna
But he was positioned over here. He was positioned here, held the LOS, didn't get hit, but then, yeah. Pepegas.
be 55% gain for the Fusion.
And that's a lost fight.
Poco's pistol was way
The more
back
time
on
you
the track.
take,
Seems like he might be able to get back
yeah.
in there, but not up to-
Wait, what?
A little bit more if
So
they
you have a
want
chance
to
to stall here.
55%
You have a chance to just disengage. What's up, Dragonus? And most important part, like, Sato doesn't die here. If he doesn't die, Poco can respawn, he can come back.
Don't suffer any real members. Poco
What is Neptuno trying? I know what he's trying. Like, he's trying to make something happen here, right?
is pistol
Booping in Rascal. Sure, you boop in Rascal. At what cost? Killing Rascalia does nothing. If Neptuno dies.
Was way back up into the max. Seems like
I'm gonna show you a clip here. Feeding piranhas in aquarium. Okay, no, actually that's bad. That's really bad. I don't want to show that. But imagine piranhas in a like aquarium, and you like drop like food or whatever, and they just like flock. That's Neptuno right now. I actually can't show that. I think that's TOS.
oh, he's gonna get caught disconnected from the rest of the squad as they themselves move into the hotel.
I mean, San Francisco Shock flow like water. When you see
I just saw your VOD review of my Lucio. Thanks for giving me tips on the positioning better. Ah, no worries, no worries.
I mean, San Francisco
I know
Shock
this goes from
flow
coach to coach, but would you say coaches also help with scouting, or is that all GM's jobs? I think coaches help with scouting. I wouldn't like it if I had no input in which players are coming up on or coming into the team. You should have input. Huge shatter by Sado, by the way. Huge.
Hold that.
And this is a position that's normal for Muff or for Lucius. He wants this wall for the line of sight. He could also be up here, but you don't have to. Do you know who told you about OG? I think that's Rascal. Rascal probably. I think Rascal recommended OG.
Okay, Shatter does coming down. Find both of them.
Then Poco kills Violet. Yeah.
Crab comes in, so he opened up into the front, trying to stay alive.
They tried to save this with heat, which is fine.
Try to keep the fight rolling in favor of the Shock, but Super's gonna get picked off. Infusion suddenly see their opening. Answering sound barrier now available.
That's ironic.
Neptuno. They're in onto the point.
How is it ironic? Oh yeah, it's ironic because Rascal got
They're just gonna retreat.
booted.
They certainly have to. Well, saying they flow like water because the way they move around these points and how coordinated they are in finding and isolating targets is terrifying. Asado put up the dam on this
So
one.
let's see.
That shatter.
I think that shatter was
Exactly what they needed. If that doesn't go off, then there's no way they can win
the
this.
right thing.
So, huge hero
Just a
moment
good
here for
play from Asado.
And they get a time bank that's not really
What's up,
all too
Grims?
different from what the Shock started with previously. So this is absolutely a time bank they can match if they can.
But it was
match the
Rascal, I think.
dominance that comes with it.
If I'm remembering correctly, it was Rascal. I don't join comms a lot. I tried today and remember why it sucked so much. Nobody wants to listen to my calls and tell me to get off DPS. Is it okay for someone to just not join comms in most matches? I would say it's not okay to not join comms. What you should do instead is try to how do you say? Don't expect others to only listen to you without you listening to them, because it's sort of like you need to work with people in Overwatch, and it's very hard if you're super commanding and you're like requiring so much, like you're requiring this, that, whatever. You know, try to be more open, to try to be laid back with people in comms. You know, if someone doesn't want to do something, you can't force them, right? You can't really chain them down and force them.
Had enough time to get group back up to try to contest here at the show. Carpet going
So,
low, it's a bubble.
I'd say try to join comms, but be more laid back about it.
That shot onto EQO.
Imagine if OG went to London.
That's gonna allow for the Shock to occupy
Look at
this
what happened to
halfway now.
TZ. OG's talent would have
Dr. Will can take
been
it
to
down.
waste.
Really long run back. Try to
I think so, yeah.
squad, so Fusion might be
And
the
if he
way
went to
through.
Boston, he wouldn't have had a good contract either. Speaking of bad stuff happening, EQO getting picked here is big. I think aggressing is the right call. Now bubbles are used. Who went low? Sinatra is low, got 2 picks. But Sinatra dying? I think this is Sinatra overstepping. He's way out of position because Super is here. There's nothing that can help him. And even if he's not low on HP, he still has to deal with this corner. So if he's positioned here, he's just gonna get booped in and locked. And then people keep shooting. I mean, seeing how Gesture sucks on Ryan, OG would have definitely been played instead of him on Ryan Goats. Yeah, no one expected Goats to be the meta though.
Yeah, this is a
People only thought about dive
momentum swing here for the Fusion.
until Brig came. Even when Brig was around, people still tried to force dive.
Regroup with no energy.
After the first nerf and people thought Brig sucked,
One way
etc.
to really stop this push.
I remember Kasta saying like,
Transcends on the
Brig is
other
really
side.
bad,
Low
and Mickey was just good because other teams were worse. Sort of like Carper when he goes for this grab.
The one way that can really stop this push, knowing there's no transcends on the other side, but with low
So let's see.
very tough to make that choice.
Oh, that's a good eat by Choi. Really good eat. So I think Carpe saw the Matrix, then Matrix disappeared. Was that actually Choi? I don't think Choi released the Matrix.
One way that can really stop this push, knowing there's no
Let's see again.
transcends on the other side, but with low
So he flies up, Matrix says,
very tough.
ah, do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? This thing here, that's his back. That's Choi. Like, either, you know, he's flicking so hard, so he needs to have, like, he needs to work out his arms, because if he doesn't, he's just gonna, like, chuck away the mouse because he's flicking so hard. Or his sense is super high. But he needs control of this flick because he's turning, like he's making insane G-forces when he turns like this. And because he turns, Carpe doesn't see it, or he probably doesn't notice it, because you gotta focus on what's here, so you don't die, you gotta check your HP and all that. There's a lot of things. And he's holding the Matrix, he's actually holding it. I think you can see it here. And then turns back, boom, eaten.
To make that choice.
And Carpe thought that he released the Matrix.
Toyoban is ready for it. He takes another one away from Carpe. That could be control going back over to the shock. Fusion still
That's
pitches
huge.
the card forward. This is about as far as it can go without any contact.
And then a shatter, massive shatter by Super. That's a massive shatter. What is
He takes another one away from
what is
Carpe.
Sado doing?
That could be control going back.
Oh, Sado is going for the payload shatter. Or he's trying payload, something with the payload. So yeah, he's line of sighting. So shield recharges, but also payload shatter, if you want to. But this is just bad position. This is terrible positioning. You can choose A or B. I'll take B. So you go for the B. Carpe probably has no bubble. However, Carpe is positioned with Sado now. So if Shatter comes out, you only have EQO to block it. Oh, that's just outplayed by Super. So, Fusion, they are playing with a Pentium 4 or whatever, this processor. This is made in 1995. No, 2000. So yeah, they're playing with this, like this processor right now. And Shock. Super actually. Where can we find it? Let's go to Intel. Powered by Intel actually. This is not sponsored, but actually powered by Intel. Super. He's like he installed like this i9 Extreme into his like, I don't know what it, like temples. Yeah, in the temples he has two on each side of the head, and he's just like doing this, and it like adds electricity and just instant shatter. I remember someone saying people tried 3-3 back when Mercy was OP, but the damage boost with Zenob was just too much.
And now the Fusion have got to be feeling really frustrated because they pushed the cart, they had the momentum, they got through the toughest.
No, I think people just didn't know how to, didn't see the potential. No one really saw the potential. Because you had this like mindset of how you play with dive, like individual skill. You don't really go for the set plays with team. The team.
Sinatra's not even high energy.
Nope. So this is the struggle, right? How do you approach this?
Ah.
How do you take an ult efficient?
I didn't realize it was a joke.
You can see how much damage everybody takes.
How you doing,
Sinatra's
Dan?
One man versus 6 at the front because he's got so
Hope
much
you have a
damage.
good
He
Friday.
knows he has
It's Friday,
pistol
right?
edge. You walk
Yeah, it
around
is.
the corner, you're gonna pay for it.
Trying to work their way forward. Nearly
So yeah, Sinatra's gonna grab.
Fusion of Carpe can get the grab ready.
Edge.
Also,
You walk
watch
around the
this.
corner, you're gonna pay for it.
Trying to to work their way forward. Nearly 6 ultimates online for the Fusion of
Super gets a free swing. If you want to go for the stun, that's the moment.
get the grab ready.
What's up, Danut?
25 more
So Super getting pushed.
From EQOs to start pushing forward. Super's down below half HP. Fire Strike chipping away at him as well. So many ultimates available on either side. This fight really could go either
Good
way.
contest.
Dark contestant
And now he's looking for
27
payload chatter.
meters away from B.
When he's holding shield like this, that's payload
And
chatter.
looking for that time bank bump up to get from rolling in.
They're being so patient, they want to force the trance from Boombox, but he is not going to take the bait. They're probably going to have to hard engage here.
Well,
And then you go in, Carp uses grab.
on Philly.
I think Troy tried to hit it.
And to find them here on
And then Sado got booped. Boom, like above. I don't know if it got booped or it's the bubble, but
The shatter comes through. Carpe knocked to the ground.
yeah, free shatter.
Now they'll chain in with the sound barrier from Neptuno. The grab comes in. Carpe
Yeah,
is
solo grab,
isolated.
that's over.
Opportunity, we're ready.
Off by
Next
himself.
fight.
It's not a good look right now for the Fusion.
No, it is not.
Oh, Choi out of position there almost.
Grab doesn't work out. They had to grab first. Shock were ready.
Oh,
It's not a good look
this
right
is
now
the
for the Fusion.
issue with playing with a Pentium 4 or Pentium 4. EQO is a bit slow here on the stun.
No, it is not. Rally out again from EQO to try to start off the push.
Or it's Choi being quick.
He's behind. They're gonna push forward.
I think Choi had a really bad position.
Not been able to do so. Super going lower and lower. Torhilbin back over onto the high ground. Gets that shield from Monspeak.
So your shadow was out.
Sato just trying to stay. Have not been
Oh,
able to
that's
do
poor
so.
Sado.
Super going lower and lower.
So let's see.
Torhilbin back over onto the high ground.
Beat is out. And Sado is just locked in.
Shield. Off
What
by
happened to him?
He's behind.
Right now for the Fusion.
No, it is not. Rally out again from EQO to try to start off the push. Torhilbin
What is EQO doing?
off by
So EQO is with Carpe.
himself. He's behind.
You see this rally, by the way. This is an insane rally. So I'm not sure if he was with Carpe, to be with Carpe, or his line of sighting to not die. But he shouldn't die. I don't know, he's way out of position, because now Sado is alone.
Push forward.
I don't know. Sado got booped there. Like, they do whatever they want with Sado.
So far, have not been able to do so. Super going
You know,
low.
Sado is like,
Torhilbin
Reinhardt
back
is a
on the
fridge.
high ground, gets that shield
They're just moving him
from Monspeak. They try to stay
as they
alive.
want.
Sato just trying to stay. A figurehead here for his team up in the front, but will crumble under the pressure.
Whenever your
Sato
Reinhardt
gets
has
the
to,
kill.
like,
Comes
turn
in,
like this,
but it's not gonna be able to find any
it's lost.
20 seconds remaining. They just have to peel out of here. Try to get one last push in.
I don't know if they can. The grab is out.
They're not being given the opportunity. The shatter comes in from Super.
I don't know whose fault that was, but Sado got punished for that aggression.
But yet
Something I
still,
noticed a lot about
Boombox
Choi is that
now
he will try and
is
fly to knock the Rhine into his team.
0.
Oh yeah, that's normal. That's really normal.
All right, now looking to
Um,
break open.
It's expected of divas to do that.
Sinatra onto the Bastion. Sato going to be charging out the safety.
Very small thing, very extremely small thing. But opening at the bottom here is, I would say it's a bit better because of, actually,
All right,
never mind.
now looking to break open.
Nothing about it.
And already the cart will onto the Bastion. Sato going to be charging out the safety. Let's get stunned up. It seems like he's going to be safe for now. Barrier comes down from Super.
Okay. Let's go on Amazon. Amazon. And let's see. Com. GPS. Which one you guys think fits EQO? Let's go with the most recommended one. Amazon's choice. Garmin Drive 50. Now, imagine if he had this when he died here and the whole team went to the house. He's off position and the whole team is on a completely different spot.
EQO going to be melted. And already the Cart will start to advance. Hook's gonna be good. Neptuno taken down by Violet. We know just how proficient he is with this Roadhog, and he shows it off right at the beginning of the round.
Carpe caught the end.
The goal with this comp that they're running is you want to buy time, right? You want to buy time and you want to play around the choke. But when you split like that, it's like one pick is all you need.
They are going to stick with us now. They're not running Winston. They're not running any sort of dive.
Well, super.
So how do they break this? It's going to have to be on the back of a really good defense matrix from Poco. It's going to have to be a flank from Boombox. I mean,
Let's
if
see.
just running it like
You
this,
walk up, that's
with the
normal.
hog there, I mean, how could he break it?
Well, super aggressive here. The immortality field still alive. As Sinatra tries to survive. Sato trying to hold the shield. Boombox
And
will
that's
be able to find the
a
kill.
nasty
Sato
mortality
taken
field.
down now, Super.
But to get the kills,
Traded out, but
do they?
kills
No, they
still
don't.
coming through for here.
What
The
happens?
immortality
What
field
happens?
still
Wait.
alive. Sinatra tries to survive. Sato
Oh,
trying to
Moth
hold
is
the
on
shield.
Mercy, that's
Boombox
why.
will be able to find the kill. Sato gonna be taken down now, Super.
What's up,
As well
Grow
traded
Roots?
out.
So Sinatra dead, but he gets rest. Boombox and Carpe dies, so a lot of damage disappears.
Gets the hook in, just trying to break Poco out of that neck. The whole hog using desperation. He's the
Was a
only
really
thing
good
he can find
immortality
for
field.
it.
By the way, Big, I've been working with my team to improve comms for like a couple of weeks, but nothing really changed. And I didn't know what to do anymore. Then our last scrim, I told them right before the scrim to work on it, and they suddenly did. A 180, and the comms were near perfect.
Yep, they get that halt. That's gonna be Sato taken down. Bomb looking good for Trejo, but now
1
it's
second.
gonna be lobbing these infected-
How did this happen, you think? I think you just reminded them. Gave them clear goals, you were a leader. You were basically what Bumper and Super are to their teams. Gave them clear goals, very easy to understand, very easy to follow. Just great timing, you know, right before the practice.
Yep,
And that's all you
taking that
need.
halt. That's gonna be Sato taken down.
Then you let them, you know,
Looking good
do
for
their
Trejo, but now just gonna
their
be
job and
lobbing
like focus and
configuration tank shots
put
in
effort
the
into
back.
it.
Neptuno caught in midair to rip, but this is delaying him.
Corner here. Now,
Violet.
lose, they could just swap. They want them to use ults, but if they just keep getting these kills, if Violet keeps getting
So the reason they're waiting so much is because... Wait, actually, let's go back a bit.
out alone, this ends up being not the greatest thing for Poco, as they're just going to wrap around the corner here. Now, I'm
So you want to
surprised
deny that corner, because that's a really good spot for the Orisa comp. If you get to set up there, you're gonna win this whole side of the point as the attacking team.
we're going to continue to run this, given that Fusion have all the ults to break them. But if you
And then
walk
Carpe
out,
just got picked
this ends
there.
up being not the greatest
happened,
thing for
actually?
Poco, as they're just going to wrap around the corner here. Now, I'm surprised to see the Shocker going to continue
Oh, wait, what?
to run on its
Again.
checkpoint, so the door was opening, so regardless...
Focus on Carpe.
This ends up being not the greatest thing for Poco, as they're just going to wrap around the corner here.
Ah, he like flicks. He gets sucked and then drops down. That's a big play by Super.
Now, I'm surprised to see the Shocker going to continue to run this,
That's Super just sucking him down.
given that Fusion have all the
And big
ults
pick.
to break them. But if you walk out alone,
That right click does
Boombox
come in.
killing Sinatra has no meaning because that's a res.
Violet.
And no, because Carp is away,
A little bit saucy.
you gotta play safe. You gotta wait for him to come back.
from the Shock against all the ultimates. Just walking out.
And it's totally fine to set up here. Because you don't want to feed ult charge, right? So you can't engage. And the Orisa comp, they want to set up here.
If they lose, they could just swap. They want them to use ults, but if they just keep
This
getting
is your
these
only
kills,
choice,
if
really.
Violet keeps getting these hooks,
And
then
Violet
you
going
don't
for the
even need
pick,
to
that's
swap.
fine.
You could just get this insane time bank up.
And here's the downside of this spot. If you're sitting here, you can't contest cart when it's here. You can't fight on, take the cart fight. And that's because it's too far away, too much spread on the Bastion. Yeah, get L West.
Look at that coming. Oh man, the amp matrix through Sinatra.
And I think it's the best thing Fusion can do is just let the cart push and take a late fight. But yeah, because if you lose this fight, maybe they have to bait out the window, yeah.
This melts everybody. They cannot step up to the Bastion.
There
I
was
gotta learn to
someone in
play
that room
DPS from
that
Overwatch League now with the new meta.
Matrix. Now they can't leave. It's not just going to stick on this high ground.
How do you mean from Overwatch League?
This is going to be a
Like how the pro players are
3:30
playing?
time bank for B, almost unheard of on
If that's
Thunderbolt.
what you mean, then the best thing you can do is just copy how they play.
This might be the case, honestly. It feels like they've been holding
But you have to
the
factor in that
ultimates
it's,
the entire time, but they have never been given an opportunity to use them.
How to say,
Other than Sato.
a lot of practice that go into like set plays and just like having synergy between each other.
And every time the
So
Fusion
ranked
tries
is
to
not
take
like
one of these
Overwatch League.
positions
Ranked
low,
is
they get
more
killed.
egoistic play,
And then they don't get
where
to
you
use their
think
ults.
about yourself
Someone's gonna have
more.
another shatter soon, but I don't think that's really useful.
Here's a missed opportunity. Neptuno beating. Hook on... oh, yeah, hook off cooldown. Hook should be used here. Negating this beat is huge. Just imagine.
Silent just spamming here from the side. Whole hog ready to go. Hook comes in. Immortality field going to be taken away. Configuration tank's going to be there. But that's going to be the supports going down. So Fusion finally able to use a grab. Might be able to stabilize a bit here. Drop down comes in from Super. Just dives to the bomb.
I'd say whole hog even. Well, they have a diva, so whole hog would be eaten.
So
And you're locked into the
probably swap,
animation.
Yeah, over to the 3-3. But the ult advantage that Philadelphia Fusion would have had.
Yeah, like Dragon Ninja says, watch some streams of pro players and just copy how they play.
Imagine they still had the rally, the Grammaton Surge, the self-destruct. But now Sinatraa walks out of spawn with just a few points behind in his ult charge versus Carpe. So you feel great as the Shock that you're able to get that extra push to B. That aggressive play with the Ant Matrix.
On the back, they managed to find
Let's see.
Choi.
Choi.
So you feel great as the Shock that you're able to get that extra
Yeah, I don't see like DPS, DPS like Soldier and Tracer. Yeah, they can't be played in Overwatch League all the time. And in any case, Choi getting caught off here, that's a misstep or bad position. I think he was trying to sneak out here before anyone else could scout, I guess. So no one had vision of EQO, I guess.
He'll use the bomb, tries to make it back in, but EQO swinging away.
And then he tries to
Off the baby diva, and also
zone EQ with the bomb, because then he forces him back and he doesn't die.
Fusion
Didn't work though.
needs to drain some time off of this bank. Folks just going to be coming through. Shock. They know that they're at a severe.
Also Neptuno almost getting a boop in.
Need to get as much chip damages as humanly possible, especially from Violent. Trying to get
Nice boop by Neptuno on Super.
online, but I don't think it's going to happen in time. To deny Carpe's grab
That's
away.
really good protection on Super. Extremely, like,
Advantage.
imagine if this was Sado and you switch places. Like Sado would be like Neptuno would say, "Hell no, I'm not protecting you." Carpe wouldn't even like say anything. He would just look away, say nothing.
Need to get as much chip damages as humanly possible, especially from Violent.
So let's see.
Trying to get that
Shield comes up.
online, but
Bubble on Super. Resets Discord. Heal from break.
happen in time.
Goes low again.
To deny Carpe.
He's only holding shield. And then you see Rascal. Do you see his positioning? Rascal shielding. What is EKO doing for Sado? I don't know. But Sado doesn't get this treatment, and that's why Sado like ends up feeding sometimes.
Away.
Imagine if Super had Sado's peel. He would be farmed.
Don't think so either, but he might not need it to win this fight.
Nice shatter on Carp as well. Huge shatter.
Coming in Island. Trying to get that Transcendence online, but I don't think it's going to happen in time. To deny Carpe's grab away.
Don't think so either, but he might not need it to win this.
This is just good positioning. No, not good positioning. This is just Super. With that i9 Extreme, well, you know, Intel i9 Extreme processor, whatever. Just processing everything instantly and just going for the shatter. No, I mean, Sado could have blocked it, but Carpe could have stepped to the left as well.
Shatter coming out, not going to be able to find anything. Neptuno will get picked. Now answering Shatter.
Nice counter shatter.
It's going to be Sinatraa taken down with the pin. Super manages the match onto EQO, but Sado was there to scoop the kill onto his counterpart Reinhardt. Shock still playing forward over onto the cart, trying to stabilize.
Carpe getting farmed there.
Down, they might be able to do so.
So yeah, they didn't want to use grab there, I guess.
Worst positions in terms of the advantage they
Down coming through. Sinatraa
throwing them away in some of these extended fights.
And then this becomes last fight.
20% behind Carpe now. He's so close. This grab needs to be a big one.
drop down coming through. Sinatraa not able to
Nothing. Absolutely
build
nothing.
up anything in the ground.
While Super gets a shatter.
Not able to find anybody at all. The bomb from Joy Helmet though. That's a big
Oh yeah, this bomb.
drop down coming through. Sinatraa not able to build up anything in the grab.
Shatter bomb combo. Okay, EQO. What could he have done? Who dies? So I've... Let's see, Sado and Carpe. Imagine if EKO just... what's the how do you say? What's the thing for horses? Protection for horses. I don't know. Side things. Things to block vision. I don't know. You know these things like that blocks vision for horses, so like they don't get distracted by stuff on the side. It feels like tunnel vision on the bomb here. Blinders, yeah, blinders. Imagine if he would block here. This is something Rascal would have done. I don't know. Wouldn't kill Carpe and well, Sado would have died actually.
20% behind Carpe now. He's so close.
Would it have mattered?
This grab needs to be a big one.
Drop down coming through. Sinatra not able to build up anything in the grab.
Not a big
Able
one.
to find
Yeah, they would have survived, I think.
anybody at all. The from
Yeah.
but no, that's a big one. The triple
Blinkers.
kill comes through. And that is just the ranks of Philadelphia Fusion completely decimated.
Yeah, blinkers on our horse.
Connect, and they got all the way from A to B.
Did Carpe miss time his personal?
Fusion
Didn't notice. 1 second.
some of these extended fights. And Sinatra's 20% behind Carpe now. He's so close. This grab needs to be a big one.
Drop down coming through. Sinatra not able to build up
No, he used this one too early. Or wait, did he?
anything in the grab.
No, yeah, he used it to block the shatter. That's why. To block the shatter, and then EKO. Yeah, he blocked the bomb for himself. I don't know. He should have turned his back and like sacrificed himself if you have to.
Oh, the grab didn't connect.
Did you see Carpe hiding behind it? Friendly bubble.
Triple kill comes through. Drop down coming through. Sinatra not able to build up anything in the grab.
Not a big one.
Able to find
Well, he tries, but it got popped.
anybody at all. The bomb from Joy Helmet though. That's a big one. The triple kill
Split in taking control. Tries to keep rallying.
Here.
Yeah, it's extremely risky to run
This
the
is.
back if you
There's
go
a
well.
really nice
You're
moment here for
one
Super.
2-minute time bank with completion on this map. You need to hope that you get the first ult advantage and just keep rallying behind that. Oh
Neptuno
no.
taken down already. Rascal sitting pretty up here on the bridge. Mortality field will be used to try to keep Super alive.
So the two things you get with this over Brigida is you get range damage. So you can poke down members like we just saw. Neptuno died. But also you can allow the
Rascal
shots
is
to
just
block
insane.
the heal
Oh
grenades.
no, Baptiste.
Keeping him down below half HP.
Brigida has to be doing
Okay.
damage to heal. And
They want to
that's
leave
where
spawn. Imagine. In comms, in Fusion's comms, you say, okay, let's leave spawn.
save.
And then, oh no. We gotta go back in.
Already.
I don't know what Carpe is doing. Because he's gonna die, right? He's not gonna get any
Force
farm.
on to Sato. Keeping him down below half HP. And Matrix will be used. EQ
Shatter comes in, gets Neptune and
will
Carpe.
disappear. Super still playing on the
I guess that's a good position by Carpe actually, when you think about it.
First,
pushing their way back out.
Let's see.
Already
Because Violet has no line of sight. Let's see. Only people in this zone can see him. So I think he's safe. He's actually really safe.
a lot of damage being forced on Sato. Keeping him down
It's
below
just
half
Shatter
HP.
that
And
messes him up.
Matrix will be used. EQ will gonna disappear. Super still playing on the other side. He doesn't care about those empowered fire strikes. He just wants to be up in the face of the Philadelphia Fusion.
Yeah, he
That's where
wants
he's most
grab,
comfortable.
but he
and this
He
is
didn't
one
get
thing
any
that's
ult charge
really
because of
elusive
bubbles.
On Junkertown's spawn camp. We've got the grab here. They know Boombox just trance, so Sinatra was hoping they'd walk out and he could grab them all. He still could grab up into the wall. Fusion are just... I don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna wait for a moment
They're
here to
taking their
regroup.
time.
Trying to maybe get Poco in position to eat the grab.
Super's
but
like
look at all the
joking
time
with them.
bought Here. This almost just feels like surrender.
It kind of does.
they have no, you know, when they're taking this much time, I don't think they're waiting for something. like something from Shock. They're analyzing the game. They have no plan. They have no idea what to do, so they're just coming up with something.
And there's not really much that they can do. They're showing some unwillingness to swap off, but the 3-3 just want to be able to match them here. Feeling that this is where they're going to be able to find the most
Now watch this.
success.
I mean, they baited some cooldowns that way by poking in and out.
Super's gonna outplay here.
They're all split up now.
I think, yeah.
Most of the card has moved up so far
Yeah, he's gonna
in this-
outplay here.
in
Watch this.
half. In this half, Sinatra going low, immortality field.
Wait.
User trying to keep him alive. Oh, big
Yeah, bad grab. Terrible grab by Sinatra, but watch Super. Sado goes for the shatter.
does dive on top of
Nothing.
He's going to be picked off. Brasco manages to find the kill. He just didn't have the ult ready to
Wait.
try to keep the Ryan alive.
This is not Super's
Bomb
play.
over the top.
It's next
Gonna
fight.
kill Joven, gonna be popped as a
Maybe?
segment. Everybody else gonna be safe. The beat is there from Moth. And
Yeah, it's next
Joven
fight,
answers
I
back
think.
with his own self-destruct. Manages to find
Unless-
the duo. Another immortality field. Super pushing his weight back. Drops the
No, it's
hammer,
next
manages
fight.
to find Boombox.
Man, I thought Super.
Super, did you see him?
You know,
charge
the card
just
doesn't move,
charged
so
in
that's
with,
why.
Like less than 10 health because he trusted his supports. It's not enough.
Well, now Moth's gonna be taken down. Super does manage to spare their blood just a little bit by killing off Sado, but now the grab's gonna be in.
I like that grab.
Sinatra rejoins. Neptuno gonna be gone.
Shocker playing this on hard mode.
Moving up a little bit further. It really does feel like they are.
Next shatter is gonna be insane.
No fear, no restraint.
This is
I just remember it from watching it.
Neptuno gonna be gone.
From watching it live.
Shocker playing this
Wait,
on
where's the
hard mode.
window?
Moving up a little bit further. It really does feel like they are. Sinatra just showing no fear, no restraint.
Oh, window wasn't used for
Picks up Carpe in the back
This
line.
is ridiculous.
For Fire Strike.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Unreal.
Ant Matrix is out.
They re-stabilize after losing.
This shouldn't, you know, this should not happen. But it happens because I think Fusion is just in
Are
total
the
chaos.
Defending finalists of the 2018 season. They're an 8-5 team.
Super going low, still gonna be able to
Okay, watch this.
stay alive.
I don't know if anyone could
This is the
disrespect them
moment.
This much. Destroying them right now, taking 4v6 fights.
I mean, it's such a slaughter at the moment. That's all we can really say. Super going low, still gonna be able to stay alive. Stunned up.
Super goes low. Just watch this.
Violence there.
Huge shatter. This is the power of the new processor by Intel.
Comes through.
Instant shatter on Sado. The last fight.
Gonna be good. Catches two. Boombox.
This is what you want. This is what you need.
Ready to go.
Huge.
And now we're at the final 20 seconds.
Actually, not last fight, but yeah. You know what I mean.
Need to go the distance on this map.
15 seconds left. What can you do? Nothing. Or 10 seconds.
Look
We
at
want to
Carpe.
knock you out.
Carpe's grab. He might not get a chance to use it. Sinatra's ready. There it is.
And they were not ready. The Transcendence comes in. Boombox at least keeping the team alive. But now they're going to make it back over to the cart. Boombox manages to tag in. But the rest of his team is dead at the spawn doors.
Boombox against the world. It's not going to last very long.
No, he's not. The bomb is there to finish him off with some style. The OT takes